Some days are fast, some days are slow, and some days are a mix of the two and in between. Today is one of those days where it's a mix of the two and in between, where I'm pretty much going to be showing you what it's like in my day as a content creator when I need to get stuff done. Welcome to a real day in the life with the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and also the Z Flip 7 FE. Now, thinking back to when I first got hands-on with the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and Z Flip 7 FE, I thought Samsung have actually done an amazing job here, but also an interesting approach, a fan edition of their Flip series device, and also the confidence to know that this is the right approach, and in fact, moving to their own in-house chipsets, the Exynos 2500 and Exynos 2400. Is this a sign that they are trying to move away from Qualcomm? And the start of this move away is with the Flip series? Well, let's take them through a day in the life and see how they hold up. So sit back, relax, and let's get this show started. Yes, we're back at it again. It's another day in the life, and this time with the Z Flip 7 and also the Z Flip 7 FE. This is actually quite an interesting one because this is the first FE device. The main focus, of course, is going to be on the Z Flip 7, but of course both of them are powered by Exynos 2500 and Exynos 2400. I'm going to try something a bit more ambitious, not two birds out with one stone, and today's day in the life is going to be a bit more chilled. Right now we are looking at the date, which is Saturday the 19th of July, and time is 10:57 a.m. in the morning, and we've got a lot of things to be doing. Main one is this battery drain test video, mega comparison all the way back to the Flip 4. So I've done most of it. I need to do the commentary and I need to basically make sure that this video is out Saturday today around 1 p.m, no later than 3 p.m, to make sure that it's getting traction. And we've kind of been sticking to a video every other day, so I kind of want to just stay on that. And yeah, you've been here before, or this is your first time experiencing my day in the life video. What I pretty much do is that the phones that I do my indoor battery drain test with, once I do it, the ones that are popular and qualify, I put them through the day in the life series. And it's a bit more methodical as I'm trying to match a similar 1 hour per usage of app, you know, a bit of flexibility in between. And this is what we're going to be trying to do. I'll get some help today. I'm going to try and use both these phones. But yeah, it's going to be a bit more chilled. I'm not going to go into London. I'm going to kind of stick local. The weather is not really that great, so I don't want to be out there getting too, you know, sick and down with the weather. But yeah, all right, come along with me. Let's get into this day in the life. Now, this is going to be an ambitious one, using both these Flip devices at the same time in one day. But again, I'm trying to knock out two birds with one stone. In terms of how we are setting this up, what I try my best to do with these day in the lives is calibrate the display to a fixed brightness of around 500 nits to keep it as fair as possible. If we do need to increase it more as we go, we will, but 500 nits should be fine for today. These are the applications that we're going to be using at the core of what we did with our indoor test. And let's kick things off first with TikTok. What I also want you to see in this day in the life is the raw behind the scenes of what it takes for me when I'm going through my recording process for these videos. No time wasting, let's kick things off with this extreme battery drain test between the Z Flip 7, the Flip 7 FE, the Flip 6, the Flip 5, all the way back to the Flip 4. Now, I will get into the exact parameters of what I use to set up these phones for this extreme battery drain test, but for now, all you need to know is that we are doing this purely on mobile cellular data only with no Wi-Fi. Now, the first take for this recording of the battery drain test was a fail, but this is a classic case of if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Let's go for a take two. No time wasting, let's kick things off with this extreme battery drain test between the Z Flip 7, the Flip 7 FE, the Flip 6, the Flip 5, and the Flip 4. Now, I will get into the exact parameters of and tired and exhausted is definitely how I'm feeling. Take two was a fail. But again, this is just part of the process of getting these videos done. Dust it off. Let's go for take three. No time wasting. Let's kick things off with this this extreme battery drain test between the Z Flip 7, the Flip 7 FE, the Flip 6, the Flip 5, and the Flip 4. Now, I will get into the exact parameters of what I did to set up these phones for this extreme battery drain test, but for now, all you need to know is that we are doing this purely on mobile cellular data only with no Wi-Fi option. And with our extreme battery drain test, we do shoot it as one continuous video with no stops in 4K and no skips. And we only speed it up in important areas so you don't have to sit around for hours like I had to. So if you appreciate the effort and the detail and the realism that we put into our controlled extreme battery drain test, then be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos on the Lover of Tech channel, especially when it comes to our extreme battery drain test. Road to 100,000 subscribers is back on the table for 2025. With your help and engagement, we can make it happen.
And Take 3 was a success.
Okay, so recording for the battery drain test done. As you can see, I'm actually copying the files right now over so I can wrap it up. Right now, time is 12 minutes, actually 12:15. So 12:15 p.m. So slightly over an hour of TikTok usage on both devices. I kind of just left them in the background for auto scrolling to just get on with it so we can just get the day going. So yeah, just take that into consideration for what we are doing there. And the battery reading for the Flip 7 is on 90%. And also the battery reading for the Flip 7 FE is also on 90%. So yeah, there's parity there. And again, like I said, I've calibrated the display to 500 nits, fixed brightness, and that's what I try to do for the battery drain test for the real day in the life. And we increase it if we need it, but as you can see, it's a gloomy, probably won't be able to see it properly, to be fair. Actually, it's all blown out. Mind out. It is a very gloomy day. So yeah, I'll show that properly when I'm out and about. But next is pretty much getting through this edit to make sure that the indoor battery drain test goes live. And I'm gonna start playing some Instagram reels in the background to kind of just get through the motion as well. And I'll be getting some help with using the Flip 7 FE, probably realize who it is. But again, that's gonna make the day much more collaborative and nicer and easier to go about as well. All right, people, let's crack on, let's get it.
Next up is Instagram Reels on both these devices. And kicking things off, it looks like things are really much on par between them. Now, as the footage has copied over, I'm pretty much getting into the precision and the details of getting this battery drain test together done. I never really test more than 4 phones. So this is the first time I'm doing 5 phones at the same time. So the edit is huge and there's so much more data that I need to input and make sure that I've got everything correct and well presented so that it is as engaging as possible and as accurate as possible. So yeah, as I'm pretty much fishing through, I'm just listening and watching some Instagram reels in the background, making sure that everything is nicely coordinated and timely to make sure that everything is ready to go live.
Okay, still at my editing workstation. Time is 1:24 p.m. So about an hour of Instagram reels and stories as I'm pretty much going through. And with the Flip 7 that I have here, it's on 81% battery. Again, we're doing this all on 4G data. And then the Flip 7 FE is on 80% battery. So there's parity there. So I know this is a much more chilled, laid back, kind of like a behind the scenes day in the life. I am gonna go out later when I'm testing the camera, getting some lunch and doing a bit of shopping and stuff like that. But yeah, I really want to make sure that I stick to a video every other day with the Flip and the Fold content that I'm pushing out. So yeah, I'm pretty much getting through this battery drain test on the final stages. Hopefully I'll make it for no less than 3 p.m. so that it's at the peak time for people to watch it. And hopefully the day in the life, I can have it ready for you by Monday or Tuesday the latest. I really want to just be sticking it out and getting the relevant content to you all before these devices are officially out on the 25th of July. I know people that pre-order it early probably get on the 22nd or earlier, but yeah, I'm really just trying to like stick to it and do that. So yeah, much more of a chilled day in the life, but we're pretty much still pushing these devices all the way through.
Yes, what's good, people? Happy Saturday. Say hello. You're in the day in the life. I'm doing a live stream session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Keep me company for an hour. I'm all over the place right now, man. London weather yesterday was so nice. And luckily, when I did the day in the life video of the Fold 7, which I definitely recommend go watch it if you haven't watched much already. The weather was beautiful. Yeah, the battery drain test video is going to be out by at least 3 p.m. UK time. I promise, I did sleep. I did get sleep yesterday. I had to. So you are in the day in the life. Say hi. How do you keep you motivated even during times when it doesn't seem like things are moving? You just always have to go back to your first source, man. It's for me. I'm a lover of tech. It's because I love technology and I love creating content. And I love talking about it. I always go back to that, you know. And I always just you have to learn to be fluid and you have to learn to be adaptable. You have to learn to find gaps and opportunities where people don't see it. You have to sometimes make yourself a little bit uncomfortable to be comfortable later. You know, that's the way to stay motivated. Now, about 15 minutes into the live stream on Instagram, and we're just checking the battery percentage on both, and they are again on par, 74% each. Yeah, editing is long, but you're a foodie anyway, might as well throw it in there. Yeah, it's true. 2:30 p.m. We're on 60% battery on the Fold 7, 59% battery on the 7 FE.
So quick afternoon update. It is now 2:35 p.m. and after an hour of Instagram live streaming, the Flip 7 is on 58% and the Flip 7 FE is on also 58%. So yeah, that's very much on par. But yeah, kind of did like a behind the scenes Q&A for the devices, including the Fold 7, just kind of talk to my followers on Instagram. So if you want to see more of that, definitely follow it on Instagram as well, loveroftech_BA. The edit for this battery drain test video is done. It's about 24 minutes long. I'm still on time for the best viewing experience for my audience. So I'm going to give it a final watch, make sure that it's fine, then head out into town, which is something I'm going to do. So yeah, just stay tuned for that, and we'll get on to the next phase and what we're going to be using next in terms of applications when we get outside. All right, in a bit, people.
Given the battery drain test video final quality check, watch, and also just admiring a great job Samsung have done, especially with the Flip 7 cover display and the overall design. And yeah, ready to export and ready to go. Now, in the meantime, while waiting for this video to export and finalize, which will take a little while, I decided to actually play some music with YouTube Music on the loudspeaker on both devices, clean around, get things in order, and just make sure that everything is ready for the next phase when it comes to the video being uploaded and everything being tagged, titled, and ready for viewing on the channel.
Okay, video has uploaded. It's now 4:07 and video is now ready. I'm just waiting for the thumbnail, then it can go live. 4:07, play music on loudspeaker to just kill the time. Got a small bite to eat as well. 44% on the FE and then 43% on the 7. So yeah, it's an interesting one. They're very much the same when it comes to battery life at the minute, and it's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Definitely check out the indoor extreme battery drain test first, and then with this day in the life, and let me know what you think in terms of how it works in the real world, and obviously the screen calibration being brighter and different on here. But yeah, let me just get through this, finish this food, make sure this video goes live, share it on socials, listen to music, then we'll get to the next phase and get outdoors. All right, stay tuned. Right, that's an hour of YouTube music done. Time is 4:22 p.m. in the afternoon. And of course, today is the 19th of July, 2025 on a Saturday. And the Flip 7 is on 39% and the Flip 7 FE is on 41%. So that's very interesting, right? considering the battery size capacity difference, and of course that's Exynos 2500, and this is Exynos, 2400. Yeah, this is interesting. 4000 mAh versus 4300. This is a very, very interesting one, as we're pretty much using them both. Right, I'm gonna tidy up a little bit, make sure that the video goes live for the indoor extreme battery drain test that we did, and just make sure that things are set up for the next phases, like when hopefully it makes it to gaming, do the top down for it so I can be playing both at the same time. And then obviously there's still like YouTube and a camera to use as well as getting through. So yeah, let's crack on and get on with the day.
Let's watch some YouTube videos at 1440p. Now, just a friendly reminder that I'm actually doing this all on mobile cellular data. There's no Wi-Fi being used on these devices. So consider when we took these off charge at 100%, which was around 11:05. If you're actually using Wi-Fi as well and automatic brightness, your battery life should be even better. So this is just kind of more of an extreme case scenario for me. Now, the thumbnail's ready for the video. It's been attached, and we are pretty much going live, and it's around 5:15. So looking at my dashboard for the best viewership time on YouTube, I'm within the scope for the best viewership with my audience. And yeah, really looking forward to this video going live.
Success, thumbnail completed, video has gone live. We have the extreme battery drain test indoors, live on the channel 9 minutes ago, as of the time that we have right now, which is 5:26 p.m. in the afternoon, and we're still watching YouTube. And then we've got 30% on the Flip 7, and then we've got 32% on the Flip 7 FE. We're watching the second video, which is our cinematic review of the S25 Ultra. So definitely go check that one out. One of my best videos this year. So yeah, we're getting through. It's gonna be roughly an hour, and then we're gonna go out there, take a walk, get some air, use the camera, explore the local grounds, and just, yeah, get out there and come back in. And if the battery's still going well, definitely do some gaming.
Super happy that the video is now live. A lot of work went into it. Definitely be sure to check out the Mega Battery Drain Test with the Flip series from the 7 to the 4. Link in the description below, as well as the cards above.
Okay, so that's an hour slightly over of YouTube, and that is on 1440p, and time is 5:58 p.m., basically 6 p.m., and we are on 24% battery on the Flip 7, and the Flip 7 FE is on 26% battery, and that is something where it's 2% ahead. So Flip 7 FE in this real day in the life, yeah, BTS of how we're just getting on with creating content for the day, shooting content for the day, and kind of keeping it chilled. Yeah, it's holding up really, really well. What we're gonna do is actually we're gonna set up and do gaming next, play some Asphalt Unite, then if it makes it through Asphalt in terms of the gaming, then we'll go out and do the camera, kind of switch things up on the fly as we go. So yeah, just making the best of what I can today. I'm so exhausted, but at the same time, super hyped with all the response and the support that you've been given. If you really appreciate these videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Road to 100K subscribers is still on the table for 2025. And I know with your help and support and engagement, we can make it happen. All right, let's get to gaming. Right, let's play some games. Let's go into Asphalt Unite. Let's go into the game settings. Now, when it comes to the graphic settings, what is interesting here is that I've set everything to the highest quality possible for the base profile of high quality and ultra and high where you can put it. When it comes to the frame rate though, this is the Exynos 2500 and this is the Exynos 2400. So Flip 7 FE on the left, Flip 7 on the right. You've got 80 frames a second, which is the max FPS, and then 96 frames a second, which is the max FPS. So there isn't a 120 FPS option. Not sure whether it's because it hasn't been fully released and had an update for July, or just in general, or optimization for these chipsets. But on the Snapdragon side, you tend to get 120 FPS. But I kind of just wanted to show you and get that out of the way.
It looks like I didn't get a chance to go out, and some days it's just like that, especially when the weather isn't nice and I don't want to be out there sick. But of course, duty calls. The video needing to be out was the main priority, and it gives you a realistic look of how my day in the life really is when I need to get my content done, make sure that it's posted on time, and things are mission critical during this period where these devices are unreleased. So yeah, I appreciate you watching and hope you enjoyed this version of a behind the scenes day in the life.
Okay, so we are on the final 1%. It's 2 minutes past 7. We've pretty much gamed for exactly 1 hour straight. It's definitely not going to make it to the camera, so we're just going to play more and just hope that by the next race, both of these phones die. And they've been exactly the same when it comes to battery life. That's insane. So yeah, let's do one more race on Asphalt Unite, and that should pretty much end things. That is the Flip 7. Flip 7 gone. Got Flip 7 FE left. Not much left in it. And that's the Flip 7 FE also gone. So yeah, slightly over an hour of straight gaming on Asphalt Unite on both the Flip 7 and the Flip 7 FE, and they are pretty much dead. So we're gonna let them cool down a little bit, charge them up a little so we can actually have a reading of the battery life in terms of each application and overall screen on time for the day. All right, be right back. Okay, so both the Flip 7 FE and the Flip 7 have booted back up. So we're gonna look at each individual application breakdown in terms of usage. And you can see here that with Instagram, it's about 2 hours and 12 minutes, 2 hours and 16 minutes. Now that's between Instagram Reels and obviously the Instagram live stream that we did. So it did take a lot of battery. Next is YouTube, which is an hour 12, hour 20 minutes. So roughly around 11, 13%. So you can really see it all there. Then we've got TikTok, which is an hour slightly over on both. So you can see slightly more usage on the Flip 7 FE versus 8.4%. Asphalt, again, an hour, more battery usage on the Flip 7 FE, and then 7.6%. And you've got YouTube Music as well, slightly more usage on the FE. And yeah, pretty much everything that is there from what we can see. So that's very interesting. They were basically on par, and them being both calibrated to 500 nits as well. It didn't use the cover display all that much, but you know what Samsung have done with the cover display is absolutely gorgeous. Really do like what they've done there with the all screen, and that is now 4.1 inches. So yeah, all screen, 120 hertz as well. So it's really nice, buttery smooth. This is more of a kind of casual behind the scenes day in the life. Kind of wanted to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, all on mobile data. And it's more just because of the fact that the weather wasn't that nice today. Really need to get the content out. And I've just kind of really been tired with all the content I've been posting out. So yeah, I hope you like this more chilled style of a day in the life where you kind of see what goes on in a content creator's life when I need to make sure that I'm meeting the deadlines that I need to meet for my content going out. I really hope that you all appreciate this. Let me know what you think, and yeah, watch out for more of this type of content coming out. That's it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. You enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.